Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Troll Media signing in. What a day yesterday was, guys. I got to apologize, but there's really no need to apologize, but I'll apologize anyway for cutting the live stream short because, well, we had a bit of an emergency, or so we thought, with the birthing of the puppies. After the first one come out, which you guys got to see live in color, unless you got one of those new iPhone black and whites, which only shows black and white. Basically, Tessa, the wiener dog, started, she had some black and greenish stuff coming out, and our vet said if you guys get black and greenish stuff coming out, emergency, go to the vet as soon as possible. So we already had an emergency vet lined up for this, for her birth and everything. We already had everything pre-planned in case there's any hiccups like that. So, but the problem is it's literally an hour away from our house, all the way up in Murfreesboro. So, that being said, after the first one, we got the black and greenish discharge. She looked like a squid, basically, freaking inking in the water. It was very, very alarming, to say the least. So, we decided to not just let it, ride out. We just figured, well, the hell with it. We have this little plan planned out, so let's go ahead and load her up in the car and take her to the vet. Well, surprisingly enough, on the way to the vet on I-24 going west, she gave birth to another one. A pretty little boy. Pretty little boy. So, that was about halfway there, and we were both kind of thinking maybe we should have let it ride out a little bit. But again, still, we are worrywarts. This is our little baby. We love this dog. If you guys can't tell, we treat our animals like that better than people, to say the least. So, well, we got to the vet, and we didn't even really check in. The vet lady came out, and she's like, what's the problem? And we told her, the black and green discharge, and she was like, that's really not that bad. She's like, that's about normal. And we were both like, really? She was like, yeah, she was like, that happens. It's the placenta tearing on the way out, and it kind of was nasty. So she said, yeah, that's normal. It happens. Don't worry about it. She was like, you could wait it out here. And that's actually what we did. She gave us a room. We didn't check in. And we were there for about 2.5 more hours, which is actually pretty quick. She gave birth to 2 more dogs, 2.5 hours. And they didn't charge us nothing. I was like, oh, wow. Not even for, using your little room and just staying in there, And she was like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. You're good. I was like, well, fuck, what do you like on your pizzas? So I ordered the whole freaking little ER vet place pizzas, and then she went ahead and she actually saw Tessa with no charge. She was like, well, here, if you're going to buy us pizzas, let me go ahead and take a look at her and make sure everything's good. And, oh, man, you know what? They went beyond basically what they had to do. It was so nice. She actually sutured one of the puppy's umbilical cords. She went ahead and pulled out one of the placentas that didn't come out. There actually still was one in there when we left, but she said she should pass it. We're going to have to bring Tessa in for a vaginal exam in a couple of days just to make sure everything's okay inside, which is perfectly, that's fine. So I'm happy. Another, it was unexpected, that she got knocked up by the freaking Yorkie, but nevertheless, it was a nice little surprise that actually happened, and we're very, very proud to have the puppies that we got. And I'll tell you what, it was a very, very exciting day yesterday. So me and my wife and my father-in-law and mother-in-law, we put together our deck again. We, the deck that I normally have, the one I had up in 4-Star Campground in Illinois, the 10 by 20 foot deck. That deck has now been taken apart and rebuilt. So I built it originally in Illinois. I took it apart, brought it down here to Tennessee, put it back together, a 10 by 20 foot deck, took it apart again when we moved to the, what the hell was that one campground? I-40 RV park. And then we moved from there. We didn't put it up there, but then we moved to the KOA in Lebanon. And I built just a 8 by 10 deck out of that. And then took it back apart and brought it back home. And now we put it all back together. And I'll tell you what, that deck is, it has been torn apart and put back together. I have gotten my use out of that damn thing. I mean, every time it's about a 6-hour ordeal to take it apart and put it back together, but, and it never goes back together the same. It's been I can't even explain it. It's been reconfigured 3-4 times now. So 34. Yes, this is the 4th time it has been put back together. So, but I'm happy to have the deck put back together. It's nice for the, we do kind of live in a little swampy area. Not like it's a swamp, but, when it rains, it gets a little wet out there. So, it's nice to have a dry spot. I still have to have an awning put on the camper because we had a really bad windstorm before we left the KOA, and it literally demolished my awning. It just tore it to fucking shreds. Good thing I have full coverage insurance on it, and that was actually only $25 whatever deductible. So I got the quote for a new awning and everything. It was I forgot how much it was. It was like $2,300. So I got that all figured out. So I'm gonna have a new awning put on the damn thing, new tube, new everything, just the whole fucking new goddamn thing. So, also, a side note at the end of this video, aside from the awnings and the decks and the puppies, I do gotta say, I've been quietly watching in the shadows of a lot of these channels that do these live shows. Gosh, I mean, all right. So Tucker, I'm semi-active in Tucker's shows, whatever you want to call it. I can't call these things fucking shows. All right, it's a live chat. It's a one-way damn conversation almost, where you type back and he talks. Sometimes he brings people on the panel, blah blah blah. That he has some actual good content, good conversations. He's not bad, but of course I follow Coates 9500, so there's all this Berg shit going on, and I also follow Dr. Zayas. He was a pretty big guy, going against Elvis and his bullshit, and my God, people, so Marshall, I actually haven't watched Marshall. I've actually unsubscribed from him. I can't handle any of these damn fucking shows. So like there's the Bergs, he does his shit against totes, I guess. I take all my, what do you want to call it, my opinion with a grain of salt, because I don't know. I can't watch these fucking things for more than 5 minutes. I actually just, because I watched another video of totes talking about pennies and whatever. I actually didn't get too far into that one either. And, so I went over to the Bergs, looked them up, and went over to that one. And I'm just like, is this all these people do? Just spend hours on hours doing live chats? What? Fucking get a life already, would you? I mean, I guess if that is your life, fine, whatever. And then, of course, the Dr. Zayas, I just watched one about, I can't even remember the guy's name, but he was a real ignorant asshole to his wife. That was really just beyond. And my final word on the people that do these shows, whatever you want to fucking call them, you guys are weird. I'm gonna be honest. My puppy birthing had more content with just a 9-pound wiener dog having contractions for an hour and 40 minutes, I think it was, that went on for, or no, 50 minutes. 50 minutes of my dog having contractions and giving birth to one puppy, that had more content in 30 seconds than all of you people with all of this drama. The drama and the shit talking and, I don't know. I feel Coates 9500 is a good guy. He's got a short temper, but he's a good guy. He works hard and he plays even harder. Whatever the hell he does, he does. I see him out there not hurting nobody. He's got a good heart in my eyes because he's tried to help Elvis numerous times. May he be, misguided, trying to help him. I mean, hell, I even threw a couple bucks at Elvis once because I was proud that he was a truck driver and he was actually doing something with his life. So that was one trucker to another one buying a lunch, 2-3 times. I was like, well, cool, man. About fucking time. And that's another one. I did, scoot over to Elvis's page, channel, whatever you want to fucking call this garbage. Gosh, everyone, like, he's still out there. He has a tranny building his fucking van. He's just sitting there. What is with you're in California, dude. What is with the high visibility fucking winter jacket? You're in California. You're in the land of snowflakes, man. Jesus. He's looking for a safe place in that jacket. But guys, video's going on too long. When I get stopped and at work, it is Monday. It's 53 degrees out. It's beautiful out today. It's going to rain though, sadly. So guys, that is multiple fucking topics in one little video. Thanks for watching the live feed of the wiener dogs. I may when I get home, I may do another live feed of them just sitting there sleeping, doing their thing. That I still feel like that's got way more content in it than any of these other idiots with their quote unquote shows that they do. I kind of feel like it's a mental illness almost, So, alrighty guys, Troll Media signing out.